My next question is, how do you feel about Muscatine in whatever aspect? I mean, or how do you feel about living in Muscatine and or in United States?
Well, living in Muscatine is a good experience for me because the town where I'm from back in Pakistan is kind of a busy town. It's like 12 million people, very busy, congested, a lot of people around, a lot of noise. So it's kind of a blessing for me to be here. Like, it's so peaceful, calm, and nice here. And sometimes I really feel to be enjoy this quiet atmosphere. And people and community are very helpful. I mean, sometimes you are if it's raining outside and you are just walking out to come to the school, if you'll see any person going on a car, he will stop and ask, do you need a ride? And he will give you a ride, drop you to the school. And I mean, that's so nice. That's so nice. The only a thing that I felt, maybe because that's part of the culture, it's more of a car culture here. So there is need to be have more mass transportation system. They do have the Musca bus, and we really take advantage of that. But it's for limited time. Sometimes we feel restricted for not having that mass transportation system.
Yes, and I agree with you. And different guests on this show talk to me about the same issue. I mean, usually when you talk about a town the size of Muscatine, definitely the public buses is not going to be around every 5 minutes. I mean, that's a normal thing. It's not like Chicago or New York or something like that. But hopefully, and let's keep hoping that one day maybe we'll have more buses going around, and it will be nice. As a matter of fact, I would like to see more people walking in the streets. Not of course now, but at least summertime, it would be nice to see. Sometimes I drive all the way to Chicago just to walk in the street. I mean, because I'm missing sometimes stuff like that.
So overall, it's a good experience. I'm enjoying it. It's really good.
That is good. So I know for sure that you mentioned that sometimes you do things whether by yourself or with friends on a weekend or in the evening and so on. And that's what I want to ask you about right now. I mean, your free time. So what do you do? I mean, okay, on a weekend, typical weekend for you will be what?
We'll just call the friends, hang out, and we do have some of the friends have PlayStation set up on their apartment. We just play video games, and sometimes we play cards or other strategy games like trivia or Monopoly, and those usually last till late in the night.
For a long time, yeah.
And we order pizza. And eat pizza, have fun, and sometimes we plan to go out. And a weekend before the last one, we went to the ski resort back in Illinois. It was really fun.
Did you have good time?
Yeah, I really had good time. I fall 3 times, but finally I learned how to ski, and then I really enjoyed it.
I hear they have around 28 students or something like that. They went into that trip. That's great. I'm really good. I'm really glad to hear all this because you are here, of course, to achieve a goal and to get a degree and things like that. But also we want you really to experience life in America. I mean, and part of that will be by participating in some of the activities that we have here at MCC. We do have different, student clubs. And last, couple of weeks ago, the trip that you're talking about, I was very happy to know that you guys went into it. Soon in March, we'll have a bowling night for you guys. So really, I mean, we have different activities. We have the Diversity Day in April, which I suspect all of you as international students gonna participate in that day and so on. So it's really good. That's I think. By participating, you are really living what I would call the American dream. Because you don't want to just come here and sit in a small room, close the door, and just keep studying. Because part of learning the culture is becoming, again, really an important thing too.
Yes.
That is good. I'm happy to hear all this stuff. So sometimes I see you around, and for example, I see you at the student center or something like that, and you would be like sitting with a group of people or a group of students mainly. So what do you do? What do you talk about? I mean, did you ever get, let's say, a question from any of the students about, okay, well, where are you from? Tell me something about your native country, or something like that. Did you ever get any question like that?
Yeah, most of the time these kind of questions come from the global students and sometimes from American class fellows, and then I do have to tell. And I would say one thing here, like most of the American people don't even know where I am from and where is Pakistan, and then I start telling them that it's situated here and geographically it's located in this part in Asia, and we do have like a history, and then they become really interested and they want to know more and more. And normally we have, like when you see me sitting in the student center, we usually having those kind of conversations.
And you know what? Here is really something that I learned in the past 4 days at that conference, the CCID conference. The statistics shows that 60% of the students here in the United States, before they start their college and or university experience, think that they will have some sort of international experience during their 4 years of college. In reality, when they finish their 4 years of college, only 2.5%, imagine, only 2.5% has some sort of international experience. So my point here is bringing students and international students from other countries definitely gonna increase that percentage and make it more competitive with other countries, because when our students interact with students from other nations, they are learning about their cultures, and the international students are learning from them about the U.S. history and culture, and that's a great thing to do. Yes. I mean, so for you guys to be here, you are adding really a nice international flavor to our campus, and really we should thank you for doing something like that, because this is really a nice thing that everybody should recognize and understand. Well, if you would like to take one thing back to your native country, Pakistan, that you learned here while you are in the United States, and in particular in Muscatine, what will be that one thing and why?
Well, the best thing I liked here in the US and especially in Muscatine, I think that's overall a US experience, and it's a part of the US culture, is the polite ignorance, like civil inattention that people usually practice here. Like they don't really pay attention to you unless you want them to pay attention to you, and I like that. Like you can do whatever you want to do and no one will even look at you or like point out or point finger at you, like what are you doing or what are you wearing or what are you talking about. I like that thing, and I would, if I can take something back, I would like to take that thing back to my country.
So it's good to live. What you are saying, it's good to live in maybe in a culture where, you know, the family ties are very important, but it's still having some sort of privacy.
Yes. Yes.
In a sense, that's really a great thing. Yes. And hopefully you can do something like that. Really, hopefully you can do that. Well, Muhammad, I would like to give you 1 minute, and I would like to ask you to say whatever you want to say. I mean, if I didn't ask you certain questions about certain things and you would like to share that with our audience here in Muscatine, so feel free to do that. So you have a minute, for a minute, right, and say whatever you want to say.
Well, thank you, John. First of all, I'm thankful to you and the community here in Muscatine, and especially the staff of the Muscatine Community College for having us, all the international students here. And speaking on behalf of the people of Pakistan, I would like to say, like normally people here in US, they are very good people, and they don't really know about the rest of the world. So, and all they hear about us is from media. And what media is saying about us is not like the whole truth. It's just the one side. So I would just like to request you people, like, whenever you hear about something about Pakistan and mostly it's like related to terrorists or all those sort of things, please remember, I'm from the same country. We are peaceful people, and just like you, we want to have peaceful lives for our families and for our children. And we are exactly the same. We think the same way that you think. And those kind of extremist or religious extremism is like everywhere. And we are currently victim of that, like religious extremism, and that's the only thing I would like that we can get rid of. Otherwise, we are exactly the same people like you. We love peace. We want to be peaceful and like spend time with our families, just chill like other people want to do, have good life, growing opportunities for our children. That's it.
Well, thank you really a lot, Muhammad. And I will tell you one thing. I really enjoyed interacting with you and the rest of the international students almost on a daily basis. You guys are really a great people. I mean, I'm learning a lot from you, and that's how it should be. And to be honest with you, I really value all the knowledge and the experience that you guys have and can bring to our community and to our community college and to our students. So we should thank you for doing something like that, really. As I always say, if you have a question and or comments about this show, please, you can call me at 563-288-6064, or you can email me at jdabeat@eicc.edu. Till next time, Muscatine. Bye.